Welcome to BFDI, or like a BFDI All Stars season. Shout out to Lena Cakes, whatever. Shout out to this person for making this tier list. Yeah. Go follow on Twitter, I guess. The team names I came up with, they're very genius, right? Best for Dream Island and the Power of 10, because this team is going to have 10 members, and so is the other one. So, first things first, Fiery. Obviously Fiery's an all-star. Another all-star from Season 1, Flower. To be honest, I don't really think all-star seasons work that well, but they're freaking popular, so I'm gonna do one. And I think I'll have everyone who's been a finalist before. Where's Bubble? There she is. And of course, Gelatin. There we go. And these are the obvious all-stars, right? Some less obvious all-stars, I think. Tennis Ball. Coiny. Might as well chuck Golf Ball in there too, because you can't have Tennis Ball without Golf Ball. Tennis Ball is nothing without Golf Ball. I've watched that era of BFDI. You gotta have Teardrop, obviously. I think Tree makes for a good all-star. Match and Pencil, but I'm gonna put them on different teams. And that's 12. Okay, we need a couple more. Let's go for Pin and Blocky. Now this one might be controversial, but I'm gonna go for Loser. Because I don't know. Oh, obviously Woody. Now that's 8 contestants on each team, so we need 4 more, like, in total, so 2 more for each team. And, ooh, it's honestly getting tricky. I want to pick people who have, like, been notable and have made a decent impact. So let's go through the people who are out. Let's throw Snowball in there as well. Why not? Just for a character to have. Let's chuck in Marker and Book and Ruby. Alternatively, if we don't want to go for Ruby, I think it's a toss-up between Ruby and Barf Bag, but I think Ruby would work better. Okay, so this is the cast. Oh, it's been 4 minutes already. So let's add a row above for 20th to 17th. And now I'm just gonna spin a wheel, basically, for which team is up. So the first team up for elimination is gonna be the Power of 10. Cool. So they're immediately becoming the Power of 9. So, I think there's no one in this team who deserves to go out first, but I'm gonna assume this is contestant vote just because I don't know, I like it that way. So let's go through who I think everyone would vote for, or like who would stick together. I know that Pencil and Ruby would stick together. Woody and Blocky would stick together. Golf Ball and Tennis Ball would stick together. Marker and Tree might stick together. That's like a maybe. And I think these two probably wouldn't stick together. I don't think Bubble and Flower are gonna... Maybe just out of necessity because everyone else is in pairs, they'd team up, but it wouldn't be a particularly strong alliance. And I think these guys would go for... I think Pencil might want to go for Flower, but I think Ruby, who competed with Flower on BFB post-split, would try to convince Pencil not to, and so I think they would go for Woody. So that's 2 votes for Woody. I think Flower would vote for either Tree or Marker, just because they didn't. Flower never really interacted with either of those two. Probably Marker, because Marker just doesn't really interact with anyone. So, and I think Woody, Bubble would follow suit and vote for Marker. I think Golf Ball would want to think about what's right for the team and vote for Woody. So that's 4 votes Woody, 2 votes Marker. I think Marker and Tree would vote for Flower because, I don't know, gotta attack the enemy. So that's all the votes. So that's 2 votes Flower, 2 votes Marker, 4 votes Woody. I forgot to go for who these guys vote for. I think they would go for Pencil. So that's 2 votes Pencil, 2 votes Marker, 2 votes Flower, 4 votes Woody. Woody is eliminated. It does suck to see Woody go this early, but he had his time, I think. Now spinning the wheel again. Let's see who's gonna go this time. It's for someone from Best for Dream Island. Now let's go for alliances. Fiery Leafy, stick it together for sure. Coiny Pin, stick it together for sure. I think these guys are gonna bring Loser onto their team. I think this might be a really strong, immediate super alliance. These guys are gonna stick together, just because I think they would, they got along in the BFB post split, and now there's these 3 who are kind of on their own. Now, it's ultimately gonna come down to what these guys think. But if these 5 work together, they could force a tie. I doubt that's gonna happen. I think Match is gonna vote for Snowball. Snowball's gonna vote for Match. I think Book is gonna vote for Match. I think Teardrop is gonna know that Match has strong allies on the other team, and is gonna convince Gelatin to vote for Match. So that's 4 votes for Match, 1 vote for Snowball, and these guys are undecided. But I think this is I think logically, now they could vote for anyone, and then they'd get that person out immediately. But I think these 5 would want to stick with what's best for the team, and I think what they think is best for the team is a stronger player, and Coiny's kind of chill with Snowball, and so I think they'd all vote for Match, meaning Match would be out 9-1 really early on. Oof. But now Pencil and Ruby and Bubble have to grapple with the fact I didn't even consider that these guys would work together. I'm like literally brain dead or something. They were gonna work together from now on. Have to grapple with the fact that Match is out this early. So let's spin again and see what's gonna happen. Okay, so TPOT, the power of 10, up again for elimination. And now that I know that these 3 would stick together, I don't think Bubble would stick with Flower anymore. But I do think that these guys would catch on. Hey, the Alliance, they've got 3 people. If we let them stick around for too much longer, they'll have full control over the team. I think we need to act fast and get rid of them. At least I think Golf Ball would be smart enough to figure that out. Blocky would probably be looking for new allies. I don't think he'd want to ally with Golf Ball and Tennis Ball because of their bad history on a better name than that. But I do think that Blocky would want to team up with Tree and Marker because he doesn't want to team up with Flower. And this would put him in an alliance of 3, which would put him on par with these 3. This is, I think I'm just basing this off of, like, what I would do. And I think that would cause Flower to have to go over to the Golf Ball and Tennis Ball and be like, hey, want to team up? And I think they'd be like, fine, but it's like we're not fully on your side, fine. It's like a, Let's see. I think the Alliance would vote for Bossy Brain Golf Ball, and I think Golf Ball would vote for Pencil, or Maybe Bubble or Ruby? I'm gonna say Bubble, because they see Bubble as the weakest. Okay, so the Alliance votes for Golf Ball. Golf Ball's team votes for Bubble. And now it's just down to who these three want to side with. And I don't think they're gonna particularly want to side with anyone. I think they're gonna vote for Flower. Which means we have a three-way tie between Bubble, Golf Ball, and Flower. So I think there'd be a tiebreaker challenge that ultimately Bubble would lose and be eliminated. Sorry to any Bubble fans out there. Yeah, I'm eliminating her immediately. Oof. This is so in episode 4, Best for Dream Island loses again, or loses for the second time. And these five have the power now. These four, the Match, Snowball, Book, Teardrop, and Gelatin were not smart enough to focus on getting one of them out soon enough. And they're going to get picked off one by one at this point. And I think they all realize that. So they just want to focus on making sure that they get out last and hope there's a twist or something that can save them. I think these four would team up purely out of necessity. And I think they'd vote for Loser, because there's still kind of bad blood between Loser and everyone else. But ultimately, these five would still have the power, and they would probably kick out Gelatin, because he's just the weakest for the team, right? In episode 5, the team that loses is... Ooh. BFDI again. Okay. Not like Battle for Dream Island again. BFDI loses once more. Okay, so I don't really know. I think they'd get rid of Book, though, just because Book seems like the weakest between Snowball and Teardrop, and these guys probably know Book the least well, considering... Except for Loser, everyone left on the team is a season 1er. And all know each other pretty well. Okay, yeah. Book's out. Episode 6, the team that loses, is BFDI for the 3rd time. Yikes. And at this point... Oh, what happened? It's hard to say because Teardrop and Snowball are both very strong characters. I think ultimately they'd prioritize Teardrop's stability, and that would cause Snowball to be out here. And now 6 people are out. It's the final 14. I'm gonna have... Wait. 20, 19, 18... I put way too many people on this layer. Whatever. I'm just gonna make this eliminated. Why did I bother? I'm gonna have the first Rejoin. And I think it'll be a Rejoin challenge, because Rejoin votes don't really work in this format. And I'm gonna bring back Match onto Best for Dream Island. Meaning now, at this... Yeah, I'm gonna bring back Match. Just because I don't want to bring back Snowball, because Snowball is literally just got eliminated, and I think the next strongest is Match, and there's an alliance here. But I'm gonna put Match back onto Best for Dream Island, just because I think it would be funny. In episode 7, the team that loses... Please don't be BFDI again. No, God, why? Jesus Christ. Twist! Uh-oh. You know what? Screw this. I'm doing a twist. They want to kick out Match, and they do vote for Match, but Match switches team. Because I don't want to immediately kick out Match again. That would be lame. And now Match is on this team. Uh-oh. What are they gonna do? They got rid of Bubble for this exact reason, and now Match is here. Episode 8. The team that loses, please, please, please don't be BFDI. I swear to God, I will strangle someone. Thank God, it's TPOT. Okay, TPOT loses, and we've got the same predicament as last time. This time, I think these guys vote for Ruby. I think these guys vote for Marker again. Ruby, Marker. And I think these guys vote for Flower. So it's a tiebreaker again. They could, you know, do some inter-alliance networking, but I don't think they trust each other enough. So, between Flower, Marker, and Ruby, who do I think would lose a tiebreaker? Probably Marker, to be honest. So now we're down to the final 14 again. Episode 9, the team that loses, is gonna be... I did write myself into a corner here. This is what not planning your seasons out does. Okay. Idea. There's a falling out. Leafy... Oop. Fiery and Leafy. That stupid plotline continues. Screw it. No, actually, no. It's between Coiny and Pin now. And Coiny and Pin turn on each other. Pin goes to Teardrop and is like, Teardrop, I hate that stupid coin. And Leafy is obviously on her side. And Fiery's on Coiny's side because they're friends. And Golf... This is Golfbot and Losers on that side. So now, there's a matchup between them. Uh-oh, this is exciting. Teardrop's like, yes, I'm a genius. This all worked out, but it's like completely luck. And I think it'd be a tie between Coiny and Pin. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm actually doing this. And I think, in a challenge, if it's a tiebreaker challenge, I genuinely don't know. Let's randomize it. Screw it. Coiny or Pin, who's going home? Whoever it lands on, that person's out. Ooh, ooh. It lands on Coiny. Coiny's eliminated. Goodbye, Coiny. You're out. In episode 9. Okay, let's spin for which team's gonna lose. TPOT. TPOT's gonna lose. Okay, and now we don't have the same predicament because Tree and Blocky are on their own. And I think they realize, oh, snap, we need to team up with one of the other teams in order to survive this game. And it's really, I really genuinely don't know who they'd choose because Golf Ball and Blocky don't like each other. Really. But I don't think they'd want to team up with the Alliance either. And I think Tree would be like, Blocky, you're being irrational, this is for the game here. And they'd team up with these guys. And then these guys would target Ruby because they think Ruby is the weakest. So out, episode 10, is Ruby. Okay, it's now the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's the final 12. Exciting. And I'm gonna do something. Nah, actually, I'm not gonna have it. I was gonna originally have it. I was gonna have a debut and bring like Lollipop in or something, just to spice things up. But I decided, nah. I've had too many twists in this little run of episodes. But I am gonna have a twist anyway, and it's gonna be a team shuffle, because this team's outnumbered, and so let's just kind of. How do I want to? I want to do this. I think if I'm the host, I want to cause as much havoc as possible. So I'm gonna split up every little group. So, Pencil, you're on this team. Fiery, you're going to this team. Tennis Ball, you're over here. Tree, you're over here. And Teardrop, you're down here. Oh snap, I've created a lot of havoc and mayhem. Episode 11. The team up for elimination is BFDI. And now I don't have the same problem. I don't have the same problem of that super alliance running everything. Okay, so let's see. I think these guys would want to stick together. I think Tree would appreciate Tennis Ball's smarts, and they'd stick together. And I think Loser and Pencil would be caught in the middle, but I'm doing that trope of like teaming up out of necessity way too much. So I think they're gonna stay separate. I think that because these are all pretty decent players, but I think Loser is the worst, and so I think Loser is gonna get the brunt of the votes and is gonna get kicked out here. I think like, you know, people don't really have the best relationship with Loser. Yeah, he's out. Sorry, Loser. Shouldn't have been a loser. Okay. That's where, and now episode 12, the team up for elimination is BFDI again. Okay, sure. Why not? And now I think they're thinking, hey, it's gonna be merged soon. They don't know when the merge is gonna be, but it's the final 11. The merge is usually around the halfway mark. They're thinking, hey, if we want the best shot of winning this, we need to vote out the biggest threat come merge. And that person is Pencil, and I think Pencil is out here. Now it's the final 10, and as they suspected, it is in fact merge. Their hunch was right, and they made a correct move, but it was certainly a gamble. And now, come merge, Match is alone. Match has no one. But it's not going to stay that way, because I'm doing another rejoin. This time, it won't be a physical challenge, it'll be an intelligence-based challenge. So, Loser's not gonna win, Coiny's not gonna win, Book is back in the game. Welcome back, Book. You're in the final 11. Now, we can get rid of these, and now I'm gonna put all their names in. And now, episode 13, the person winning immunity into the final 10, for the second time, is Flower. Okay, sure. I was gonna kick out Flower here. I feel like that was gonna be the reasonable choice to kick out Flower, but we won't kick out Flower. Okay. Alliances, first of all. Tennis ball, golf ball. Obvious. I think Tennis Ball will have convinced Golf Ball to bring Tree in. I think Fiery will join these two. And I think, as for these guys, it's hard to say. I think, Match might want to join these guys, but I think Match will be on the outs of this alliance. And then these four are going to be individual. Flower has immunity. Let's see who everyone's going to vote for. I think at this point they're going to be focusing on threats instead of weak links. And most of the weak links are out by this point. So, I lost the elimination order by messing with it. Okay, let me try to remember it. It was Woody. Hold on. Okay, I got it back. I desperately hope this is correct. Whew. I checked, I looked at it, I think this is correct. Okay. I think these four are gonna go for one of these three, just because they're all pretty decent players, and they're in an alliance. And I think for the same reason, these three are gonna go for Fiery. So that's, I don't know who these four are gonna vote for out of these. I think Golf Ball. I think Match would be able to convince them to go for Golf Ball. I think Flower is gonna vote for, I think Flower's gonna talk to these guys, be like, who'd you guys vote for? They're gonna say, oh, Match. Flower's gonna vote for Match. Let me actually get a notepad up so I can keep track of this. So votes. So, Fiery, Leafy, Pin, Match. They all vote for Golf Ball. Golf Ball, Tennis Ball, Tree voted for Fiery. Actually, I don't know why they would tell them that they voted for Match. I mean, voted for Match instead of Fiery. I think it's because these two are like, yeah. Flower votes for Match. Now, Teardrop isn't stupid. Teardrop's by no means, like, dumb. But I think Teardrop is, well, not gullible. Doesn't always make the smartest decisions. I think Teardrop, votes for Tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Who hasn't voted? Oh, it's the final 10. Okay. Now it's down to just who Blocky and Book voted for. And I truly don't know. I think Book votes for Match. And I think Blocky votes for Golf Ball. So that's 5 votes Golf Ball, 3 votes Fiery, 2 votes Match, 1 vote Tree. Okay, so Golf Ball is out. Now it's the final 10. Who didn't vote? Who did I forget to write down? Let me go through. Fiery, check. Leafy, check. Pin, check. Match, check. Golf Ball, check. Tennis Ball, check. Tree. Wait, I'll go through this way. Flower, yep. Fiery, yep. Leafy, yep. Pin, yep. Match, yep. Golf Ball, yeah. Teardrop, yeah. Blocky, yeah. Book, yeah. Tennis Ball, yeah. Tree, yeah. Okay, everyone voted, I guess. Welcome to the final 10. Again. It's the merge. Ms. Golf Ball is out. Spin for immunity. Episode 14. The winner of immunity is Tree, which is a real lucky break for Tree. I think Tennis Ball and Tree, desperate for new allies, go up to Book. They're like, Book, you dislike Match, right? And Book's like, yeah. And they're like, well, Match is teaming with these guys. Team with us. And then Book's like, okay. It's that easy. I think these two are teaming up. It's working? Okay. Ran out of disk space and the recording stopped. But let me do a refresher. They kicked out Match, sorry. They kicked out Match. And then they kicked out Flower. And then they kicked out Teardrop. I don't remember exactly how they did it, but that's the order that it was. And it's because they were picking off, you know, the sort of the unaligned people who were still kinda semi-important. These guys were like, okay, so when everyone were here was still in, these guys were with Match, and they were like, well, if someone's gotta go on our team, because these guys had the power, kinda, they were like, if someone's gotta go, make it Match, right? And I think that was the round the Teardrop won immunity. The next round, Blocky won immunity, and they were all like, oh no! Oh no! Wait. No. That was the round the Tree won immunity. And then the next round, Teardrop won immunity, and so they got rid of Flower. And then the next round, Blocky won immunity, and so they got rid of Teardrop. Okay. Jesus. Stupid running out of disk space. I could close that. And then this round just happened. Episode 17, Tennis Ball wins immunity. These guys are like, aha! And these guys are like, ooh. And then I was talking about that I don't know what team Blocky would be on. Or like if he would side with anyone, or if this would just be the end of the line for him. And I think for the story I want to tell, this is just the end of the line for him. Sorry, I was in such a flow state, I didn't even notice the recording ended. Oh. Okay, yeah. Bye-bye, Blocky. I deleted 2 people there by accident. I deleted Fiery as well. Whoopsies, don't want to do that. Final 6. Ooh. Don't want these. And the winner of immunity in episode 18 is Leafy. So Leafy wins immunity. Fiery and Pin are like, woohoo, good job, Leafy. And then they're like, oh no, one of us is going to be the target. Who? And then these 3 are like, okay, between Fiery and Pin, who's better? And I think they're thinking long term here. I think, this might be my bias towards Fiery, but I think, like, Fiery's friends with Leafy, but I think they're preying on Fiery doing his thing. You know, that thing he does? And I think they'd vote for Pin. These guys, I think, would vote for Tree. And I think it would be, it's a tiebreaker here. I don't really know between them who would it be. So, I'm gonna have Tree and Pin, and I'll put them down. This is the second tiebreaker Pin has been in. Poor Pin. And the person it lands on is out. And it lands on Tree. Pin is unstoppable. So Tree's out. And it's the final 5. Cool. And in the final 5, now, Tennis Ball and Book are not in a good position. They're in the final 5, and these 3 are very powerful. They're sticking together like a brick. They're tight as a brick. No! I have to eliminate Tennis Ball now! Okay, so Book wins immunity. And Tennis Ball, desperate to not go home because he knows he's going to get all of the votes. He's like, ooh, what do I do? And he goes up to Fiery, and he's like, hey, Fiery, I heard that Leafy and Pinton were planning to go to the final 2 without you. And he's like, oh my god, what the hell? And then he goes up to Book and he's like, vote with me, and we can get either Leafy or Pin out. And Book's like, yeah, sure, why not? And so these 3 are teams up now, because Fiery thinks Leafy and Pin betrayed him, but actually they didn't. Tennis Ball's kind of evil, I guess. And so they vote. They know that Pin wins every tiebreaker. They're not taking that risk. They vote for Leafy. Oh my god, I bet you didn't see that coming. Me and my plot armor. Oh. Final 4, episode 20. The winner of immunity this round? Pin. And Pin's real mad at Fiery. He's like, why the hell did you betray us? We were gonna go to the final 3. And he was like, Tennis Ball told me that you were gonna go to the final 2 with Leafy instead of me, or something. And then Pin would be like, what if it's a final 3 finale? And then Fiery would be like, oh. And so they would vote for Tennis Ball. And Tennis Ball and Book would vote for Fiery. And so it's a tiebreaker between Tennis Ball and Fiery. 2 of my top 3 favorites. But I don't want... But, you know. And whoever it lands on, that person's out. No! No! Tennis Ball! My beloved! Fiery was supposed to get out here. Actually, no, I'm changing it. I'm retconning it. I'm the writer. Shut up, I can do what I want. Fiery is so overcome with guilt, he votes for himself. Fiery's out. I need Tennis Ball to win this game. I mean, look. The BFDI writers do it all the time, so if you criticize me, you have to also criticize them. And if you criticize them, you also have to criticize me, I guess. But don't criticize me, because I'm better. I'm better than them. Okay, final 3. The person who wins immunity into the finale. That is the only person who I didn't want it to be. Okay, sure. Book wins immunity into the finale. Pin and Tennis Ball are like, oh my god, Book. Oh my god, Book, you have to take me to the end. And then Book is like, nah. I plot armored my way to the end. Let's go, Tennis Ball, I love you. Okay, so it's a Book and Tennis Ball. Now let's go through. It's episode 22. Let's go through and see who everyone I think would vote for. Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball, Book, Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball, Book, maybe Book, Tennis Ball. The Alliance doesn't vote for Book. I know that. Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball, Tennis Ball. Tennis Ball. Book. Book. Tennis Ball. No, Book. Tennis Ball. Book, Book, Book. Let me write that down. So, okay, and in a 10-7 vote, Tennis Ball! Wait, 10-7. That's 17 votes. Is there only 19 contestants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 20. Who's the missing vote? Whatever. Tennis Ball wins. You can't... No matter which vote that goes to, Tennis Ball wins. Tennis Ball! Tennis Ball! Tennis Ball! Tennis Ball! You always knew! You always know! Tennis Ball wins! No diff! You can't believe... You didn't click on this video with the assumption that I'd make anyone other than Tennis Ball win. Don't lie to yourself.